Hello Internet, this is Scott with Scott's Garage, and in this video I'll be answering the question, why isn't my AC, my automobile AC, blowing as cold as it used to? That was a question my brother-in-law asked me the last time I saw him, and I came up with these answers and I put them in video format. So my top 10 reasons why your AC may not be blowing as cold as it used to, and they are in the order of least severity. So we're going to start with number 10. Number 10, it might simply be a dirty cabin air filter. This is by far the simplest thing to try. I have actually proven this. See the link below. I have proven that a dirty cabin air filter actually raises the temperature of your automobile. Your AC is not blowing as cold by several degrees. So buy a new air filter, figure out where it's at, cabin air filter, replace it. You might be surprised, something as simple as that. Number 9, you may have either too much or too little refrigerant. There is a very tight spectrum tolerance for the amount of refrigerant. You have to have precise amount. If you have too much, it's not going to blow cold. If you have too little, it's not going to blow cold. So if you're not sure, or perhaps you try to top it off and you're not sure and it's still not blowing cold, perhaps take it to a professional, have them evacuate the system and recharge it with the exact amount. Number 8, you may have some moisture in your AC lines. Moisture gets in when it's charging up, and that's why your system has a receiver dryer built into it. These devices basically take any moisture out of the line, but if you have too much moisture overall, it will affect the performance of your AC. It's not going to blow as cold. So it might be that you have to evacuate your system and replace the receiver dryer and then recharge for it to blow cold again. Number 7, could be that your electric fan in front of the condenser, which is basically usually in front of the radiator in front of your car, it may be malfunctioning. Could be a thermostat malfunction. Your thermostat's not kicking on when it should, or a fan malfunction where it's intermittent, or maybe a fuse is blown, or simply the fan is bad. I had this several years ago in an old Chevy, a 96 Chevy, and it was the fan. I replaced the fan and voila, the AC worked again. Number 6, it could be a refrigerant leak. To figure this out, buy some oil, some AC oil with UV dye built into it. And when you recharge it, the dye goes into your system. And then you use a black light and you figure out where the leak is coming from. Number 5, the leak may be coming from a faulty Schrader valve. These Schrader valves, same valves that are on bicycle inner tubes and car tires. But they come in various sizes and shapes, but your AC system has several Schrader valves. Some of them are designed to hook up your instruments, your gauges. Others are simply where you add the refrigerant. But they become faulty. The seals stop sealing correctly. They're very inexpensive. They're very easy to replace. But as you put that UV dye tracer in, it might be your Schrader valve that needs replacement. I do have a video on replacing Schrader valves for a 2000 GMC Sierra. Number 4, could be faulty O-rings. Your AC system has many O-rings, this rubber rings, and over time they do wear out. Heat affects them. If you replace any part on your AC, just go ahead and replace the O-rings. They're very cheap. Why not get a new set? Quite often, the O-rings are the source of leaks. Number 3, it could be a faulty condenser core. So this is the condenser core that is hung in front of the radiator, the front of your engine. And maybe, you hit something, or a mechanic was working on your engine and, you ding the fins, and it can result in a leak there. And quite often, it's just easier to replace these than to try to fix them. But anyway, it could be a faulty condenser core. Number 2, could be a faulty compressor. Your compressors eventually wear out. The bearings and the clutch in your compressor, they eventually wear out. And when they do wear out, you're probably going to notice some oil dripping from the compressor. It's different than engine oil. Engine oil usually is dark or darker at least. This will be a very clear type of oil. It'll stain your driveway, maybe look like a water mark, but it's actually oil. And eventually it'll go. And you know, it's a major repair. It's pricey, but it could be a faulty compressor. Number one, it could be a faulty evaporator core. The evaporator core is the hardest part to get to on an AC. They're usually buried in the dash. Sometimes you have to take the entire dash apart. I have a video, I did that, 2005 Ford Focus. Extremely labor intensive. And if you take it to an AC shop and they say it's the evaporator core, they're going to charge you a lot of money to replace it. So hopefully it's not that, but it could be. Now, if you got any value out of this video, please hit like. It costs you nothing, but it's of great value to me. Please also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to Scott's Garage. Most of my videos are about automobile repair. I'm simply a backyard mechanic, nothing more. I'm not a professional. Other videos too are simply home repair, things like that. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I look forward to seeing you in an upcoming video. Have a great day.